We've come up to Milltown for the launch of an event that's taking place next year, and this is unusually talking to a man who's associated with the petrol-driven variety of bikes, but we're talking about something to do with cycles, and you are involved very much. This is your baby, I understand, Paul.
Yeah, part of a team really that's been working by the time we deliver this in 2016 for 2 years actually on a project in our own time and our own resources.
So this has nothing to do with government. It's not your day job at all, then.
No. It's a sort of a hobby gone mad, I guess. But it's we're going to put on a cycling festival. But it's much more than just a cycling festival. So we will do cycling really well, professional cycling, amateur cycling, cycling for fun. But it will actually be a lifestyle festival built around that. So it has a really broad appeal and hopefully be a huge community event.
You're just going back to the days when there was a cycle week over here, for instance, then?
Yes and no. I think that it kind of fills that gap, I guess, but it's probably that for the modern age, really. I don't think that pure cycling for cyclists event would necessarily work at the moment, and that's probably why it's not here now. So I think if we can use the island's heritage for cycling, and it's such a fantastic venue for cycling. There's a massive community of cycling here. It's a great place to come for visitors to come and cycle, but also do an event that then just has a much wider appeal than that. I think it'll be successful. And
the reason we're here today is because this can form a base, is it, for us?
Yeah, I mean, so there's the cycling's going to happen. There's going to be professional racing around the streets of Ramsey. There's going to be a sports eve that covers lots of the island. Mountain bike racing, a bit of everything. But the hub of it's going to be here, and we're going to run a festival at Milltown in the ground, so a bit like, I suppose, the agricultural show or the Festival of Derby, something like that, where there's something really for everybody. And I just believe that this is a fantastic location. The people, the trust at Milltown have been very good to us. I think it's scene setting. I think when you walk through the gates, you kind of feel this is a nice place to be and a nice place to come. And I think it's important for this to be a success. It has to be attractive to non-cyclists, and there's got to be something for families. And if somebody like me wants to do a cycling event, I need it to be something that I can bring my wife to, and she'll enjoy that as well, and the kids. And I think that's the recipe for success. More
from you in a minute. Let's talk to Andrew. I mean, big cyclist. How many Commonwealth Games again? 7, wasn't it, you've done?
7 Commonwealth Games now, yeah.
Now, you're the ambassador for this. What's that mean?
Not totally sure. No. It's just to add a rider's perspective to it and promote it in that way. Like I say, there will be professional teams coming over as well. So it's somebody who they'll be familiar with to talk to and kind of smooth things over, make everything sound, look really great.
The world media is always fascinated about the Isle of Man and cyclists because we have so many of them from this very small place. What can you say about that? What does make the Isle of Man so special?
You get asked that all the time, and there's no key to it really. It's either, I think the terrain here is so hard. Our roads are so good, and not just cycling. It's a really sporting friendly island. So the ones who stick at it generally do make something of themselves, just purely because the riding is so hard. And to go further than that, they generally move to different grounds like Peter Kenyon, Cavendish. There, they've all moved on from the Isle of Man and made a great career of it.
You're involved in this in the sense of putting your ideas in as well. I mean, is it something that cyclists will want to come to, in other words, I suppose?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you look at when I started cycling, it was purely all about racing. Over the years, that's definitely changing now. You only have to look at the Tour de France. People go to watch the Tour de France to see all the festivals and everything else that goes on around it, not necessarily to watch the racing. And really, that's the way this is moving as well. You've got the festivals around it. Yes, you've got the racing aspect of it as well, which riders will come over and do, but they'll more look forward to the festivals that are attached to it as well. It's a whole package that will attract everybody.
And would you expect to get some headliners in like Cavendish and people like that, or is that not their sort of thing?
I think where the professional racing it's the round of the Pearl Azumi Tour series, so it's street racing around a sort of 1 mile circuit for an hour, and it features professional teams at UK domestic level, so the level below the likes of Mark Cavendish and Peter Kenyon race at, but some very well known names in that, but also it's really well packaged, so the teams are very professional looking, the track will be laid out very professionally. And it also comes with turnkey television, free-to-air, and ITV4, which it features some Isle of Man destination marketing in that. So that's a really good ingredient, but it's not the only ingredient in Cyclefest. So we'll move from that to, children and grandparents and etc. getting involved in a ride on the same course, to probably a fairly competitive sport eve on the Sunday.
Okay, well, we'll keep updated with this as it moves nearer. But I mean, people back watching this will be going, "Has he not got enough in his plate already to have time for this?"
Well.
I mean, you are a busy boy, aren't you?
Oh yeah, but that's
This is your sideline in this one.
We're all different, aren't we? I guess I like to be busy, so and this is something I'm quite passionate about, and I believe that there's a big opportunity to do this well.